we have not had any serious incidents. We are dealing with over 850,000 students. I think basically our students were very prepared for this examination because most of them had completed the syllabus about 3 months ago. And having gone to about 500 of the schools over the last 6 months, I can attest to the fact that our children are ready and prepared and ready to go. So the children are not guilty. The guilty are the parents, and the more guilty are the teachers, some of whom are basically just traders and crooks. We dismantled one of their cartels in primary schools, having arrested several of them. We have noticed that they have formed another one. And this morning in Nairobi, we already had 2 students with cell phones. We are going to be very soft with them. We shall allow them to take the exams. But I want to once again just warn that any teacher who feels he or she is brave enough to open, particularly the second paper, we shall know where you have done it, and we shall come for you, just like we did in Wajir, and just like we did in Tanzania and other places. And as regards the CBC classrooms, ladies and gentlemen, we have done extremely well because our original target was the end of April. We are now at 83%. 5 counties are at 100%. Another 10 are at over 90%. And therefore, we are going to make a bold decision that for those counties which have not reached 100%, we allow a coordinated approach where we shall allow them to complete and go. And I think if we allow another 2 weeks during this process, we should be able to have delivered the 6,447. Now we have completed close to 4,000 of them and handed over about 2,500. So it can be done, and I want to assure Kenyans that, again, whoever takes over the government, I know that it is very difficult for leaders to get acknowledged. Let us hope that we don't steal public money, because what His Excellency the President has done this time round is to save 446,000 shillings per classroom. And I don't see Kenyans happy about it. It is very, very strange, Madam Talaki. But that is the point. We are building at 788 instead of 1.26 million shillings. And you can see even here in Mombasa, we have commissioned some of them. And some of those classrooms are even better than others that have been built by other people. Well, you know, Kenya is a very interesting country. We have several choppers, close to 10 of them. One of them has just been called to duty right now for a technical reason where an exam has to be delivered to one part of Kajiado, which is remote. And if we are going to follow the normal channel, the exam may not be there on time. We also have Lamu here, if there is need for us to deliver exams by chopper, or some parts of Turkana, Northeastern. The government is ready and willing. And this is the price. I think it's a small price to pay for the Kenyan child whom we expect to be given an equal chance. So any child who gets a C or a D, and we should be proud of him. And of course, you remember all this will be cured by CBC. Because when I look at the data that we now have at NEC with the CBC, the children are being scored according to their abilities, and that the examination that will come later in the year shall only represent 40%. So by that time, we already know how the children are performing. So all this craze of people trying to get an exam, to get somebody who would have done better but has been promised to get an exam. When you look at them, turned out the way they are talking, it's like the teachers don't teach. Let's get the answers so that we help our children. Do you get the answers to help your children or to destroy them? Yes, I am like a soldier. His Excellency the President directed that we build 10,000 classrooms this year. That shall be done by the grace of God. If we complete, you have just had me allowing my officers that I think we can contain, since we even have policemen in schools, we can contain the 18% of the work that is remaining to be completed. Because in the majority of the schools, they will not be there. Work is complete. So I'm hoping that by the first week of April, we shall have completed phase 1. But then we shall start to mark the exams. And we don't want, that's a very dangerous time where people can come and trade in the school. So the people must actually go away. As soon as the results are out, we shall start the phase 2 because the money is there. And it will be lighter because we already have the contractors. The contractors that have been delivered, we shall take them again. If you are not a thief, you don't have to worry. So the question that you have to go to procurement again, there are certain things, my dearest brothers, that I'm not allowed to air in public. But I want to tell you that the government of the Republic of Kenya, through the Interagency, Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Education, and Ministry of ICT, are in full control when there are issues, information that we get that we think should be dealt with. We are ready and mobile. We have helicopters on standby with pilots. So that pilot must already be airborne, and the exam will get where it is going before 8 o'clock. You know, there are certain things I can't say because even the crooks are listening. And I don't want to give them a hands up that this is how far we know they are doing. That's why I can't answer you on air. Very difficult. So the worst we can do as parents is try and confuse our children. The time is you.
For public schools, for 3 public schools, that is 455, and then private.
That is 3 public schools?
Yes, the ones that finish the exam. But some next time,
and private schools?
11.
Don't trust anybody.
Michael. Send Michael. Security, send Michael. Send Michael.
Hiyo patia polisi. Wewe unafikiri polisi kazi yake nini? Yeah, that is the voice of victory. Kuna mtu anatemeka kama anaenda wapi. Na Mungu, kama mnaamini Mungu basi ebe simu. Tupa hiyo simu. In fact, in this exam, your greatest enemy is the phone. In Nyanza, where I come from, which are very intelligent students. Walimu yao majibu. Hiyo majibu wakapewa wanafunzi. Mchungaji ng'ombe yangu hapo na simulizi.